A rising star in the glare of the media, Maggie Q has long been famous as an action heroine in Asia, but recently joined the top rank of upcoming young actresses in Hollywood. Half Vietnamese, she was brought up in Hawaii, but began her career in Hong Kong's film industry after being spotted by Jackie Chan. Away from the cinema, Maggie Q is a vocal supporter of animal rights, recently launching a new campaign to encourage people to turn vegetarian. You've starred in 2 Hollywood blockbusters and one of the largest films ever made out of China. You must be feeling good right now.
I'm very lucky. I have to say, I'm overly blessed. I have been able to cross over and work with great people and sort of come back to Asia also and do work here that means something to me and be able to get the attention it deserves over in the West.
Your big breakthrough in Hollywood was in the movie Mission Impossible 3 with Tom Cruise. Tell me about the audition.
I flew over from Hong Kong to LA, and I don't know if you've ever, I'm sure you've flown from Asia to LA a lot or to that side. So when you get there, you sort of hit this wall of jet lag at about 3 o'clock.
I'm hearing you.
3 o'clock in the afternoon, you want to die. I mean, there's no coming back. So of course I land and they say your audition tomorrow's at 3. So I was terrified, and I went in, and that night I went to sleep and caught a really bad fever. Woke up, went to the audition, sick as a dog, shaking in my boots, violently shaking. I was so ill, hot, cold, hot, cold. Went in and I had to do 3 scenes for them.
And in your mind you were saying, I have to bring it.
I blew it because I was sick and I couldn't mentally get through it. But that's what it's always about in this business. It's sort of like you have to have that confidence and go in and just put it all aside, whatever's going on in your life, however you're feeling, and just be on.
Now, you were also in Die Hard 4 recently with Bruce Willis. You played the villainous cyber terrorist. Right. How was that?
Correct. Great. I liked being the bad guy. You know, once in a while, you sort of have to be like a bad girl. I met Bruce and the director, and we sort of, you know, it was very simple. I mean, the whole process. Bruce was basically like, "You're it. I mean, I see you. This is you. I mean, this role." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, I had no idea what to say in response to that. I just went, "Thank you."
Yeah, a big thank you.
Yeah, a big thank you. And yeah, they offered me the role. I didn't have to audition. I was very lucky, thanks to Tom and everyone else who kind of put me in, you know, this pocket of acceptance. And so I was able pretty smoothly to get Die Hard.
So,
awesome.
And you're half Vietnamese?
Half Vietnamese, yeah. And you?
I'm half Chinese.
Oh, okay, great.
Do you have a connection with Vietnam?
I do.
Family, relatives
I have
there?
So much family there.
Yeah.
I have, you know when you come into the airport and you see a ton of people waiting outside?
Yeah.
They're all my family. They're not other people. I sort of walk out and then all 700 of them are like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Oh my, I'm related to all these people." A lot of family there.
Being half Asian, do you feel that gives you an edge in Hollywood?
Yes and no. I feel like because the balance is such in life, I think everything about us is a plus and minus. And I go into Asia and I'm the Western Asian girl. And then I go into Hollywood and I'm the Asian girl who's not Western enough. So there is definitely a fine line to be walked. But, you know, to be honest, if I walk into an audition and people are worried about what ethnicity I am, I'm not doing my job. I need to come in and be Maggie, and they need to fall in love with that person or what I'm bringing to the table instead of focusing on those issues.
Now, Maggie, you're a star. As an actress, your stock is rising. How far do you want to go? Do you want to get an Oscar? Do you want to be a megastar like Tom Cruise? What's your goal?
God, that's such a good question. I wish I knew more about my life. Who wouldn't want an Oscar? Who wouldn't want to be rewarded for their work, to be honest? I have a lot of dues to pay in this industry. I certainly do. I definitely feel like I've done a lot of work in Asia and work that, you know, some that I love and some that I don't. But then crossing over now, I feel like I'm a baby still over there. I feel like I have a lot to learn. I have a lot of people to learn from. So I think it's going to be, you know, a few years before I can look to that. It certainly is the goal to be the best that I can be. Whether that's award-winning or not, I don't know. We shall see. I hope so. But I think the bigger picture for me, to be honest, and not to be cheesy, is to be able to get to a level where I can really be a voice for animals. That's my goal.